part 3 on that warehouse experience, the little Indiana Jones secret warehouse. I was kind of back there. I didn't understand, or I couldn't tell that it was that place at first because I was more so up a hill. But on the hill, there was this platform made of grass and dirt. And it was kind of like sticking out from the hill, almost like a balcony or something. And I was standing there, and at the top of the hill to my right hand side was this man. And he was like, he was telling me about how I need to avoid some children and I can't get caught. And I was kind of wondering what he was talking about. Well, when I looked down into the valley, I saw the little kind of like building, almost like a warehouse. And then beyond it, I saw some houses with some kids and stuff like that. I knew they would like tell on me, or like they would see something and say something, and it might not even be children. It might relate to those around me. If they kind of find out what we're into, they might not see it clearly, or they might just have their own ideas or attitudes about it. And so, like you said, Duane, kind of being sneaky about it. But yeah, no, they were also kind of showing me like I could get into this warehouse wherever it is at, and I was kind of considering that, whether I go there physically or on the real side and somehow kind of bring something through. But yeah, that was the first little experience. Then I had a second one.
Yeah, again, it's a step at a time to put this together. And so, yeah, you look at the experience, and then you also, just what you're doing, you also look to see what else there is, because uh, again, you see the mechanics of the world, you see the creations and whatever, and the personal mind takes that for granted. That's where we're literalized in our personal mind. So just simply being aware that there's more going on than meets the eye all the time. And so that's what'll come to you. And you just step at a time, you go through the adventure, step at a time, it's there. And as you focus on it, these things will come together because it's there. It's already there. Yeah, so no, cool. Go ahead. You have another one?
Yes, and the second one is kind of funny. Sometimes I get these little views. I was on the Skype actually. I'm not sure if it was this one or one of them. Just the idea that I was on the Skype, and Duane, you were just kind of going over how important it is to be on the Skypes, how important it is to come on the Skypes, and that was the experience. I just thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it is. It's like anything, every day that we get up, we do things for our personal self. And the Skypes actually help break up that routine. We create a new routine that's beneficial to the real awareness. It helps that focus. And so I've seen it to where as people, they come once in a while or they let it go. Yeah, they're there doing things, but their focus is mainly on their personal self. So each person sets up their life. You decide what your life is going to be. You decide. So I'm always looking for people that, that I can get feedback from. It's like two people in love. It's the same thing. You can get feedback from. And this is where it's a love affair with the isness. You might say you're getting feedback from it because the focus is there. And this helps the personal self a lot. It helps me too. It's like a little medical treatment, you might say. Just being here and listening to you and others and the experiences that you're having, because I'm constantly having to deal with my personal self. And so, it's like you and others and Kelsey and Val and whatever, we all discover little things that are helpful to the personal self, and we share those because we need those things to, better survive, better understand ourselves, instead of just thinking, oh, well, I'm okay, I feel good, I'm fine, I drink a beer every night, and etc. Have French fries and a hamburger, and I'm fine, I feel fine. Well, you don't see what's going to happen the next day or the day after or whatever. All of a sudden, you wake up to where it's time for a little bit better diet, as an example. So, and this is more so for the real awareness, getting people to, be that reality, getting their whole personal self and everything to focus on that reality first, and then yes, do whatever you're doing in your personal life, but to bring it all together, you see, and what is important to you. So yes, we're just feeding each other information, but this hangs on to the personal self too, and I see the qualities of it, and as people have come and gone over the years, it's a little bit sad because they didn't keep going with their potential. They could have went further and further, like Lindsay, the daughter. She could have been awesome if she would have kept going, but at 12, she said, basically, I quit. I'm not doing this anymore. She was a teenager. She wanted to just, go for her personal self only. And she could have had that too at the same time. And my former wife and my girlfriend Chris, etc. They were great, but they didn't want to keep going. It got to a point where that was enough. So I see it as very important, but again, it's a choice, and no one's obligated. Shouldn't feel guilty or whatever. If you want your personal life, go for it. Yeah, but there's always more to this adventure. And it's like Rebazar and the boys, they stick together. They have their own lives, they make choices, but they stick together. They have a focus, and that gives them the strength to do whatever they have to do or want to do with the all is to be real. It's so cool, yeah. And comparatively, yeah, you can go out into the world, and we've seen people come and go, and they're following this and following that, etc. But it's just words. They're not relating to the real universes or the all is or the isness. They're just relating to something else in creation. So people are following these people, David Icke, Tony Robbins, whoever, the Queen of England. And what do they got? They ain't got nothing. They're just rotating in creation, etc. And it becomes a passiveness. Well, this is where you step up and you become the real individual. You become, the person that you want to be, your being of light. And that's what's so cool. And the other things, like Tony Robbins, yeah, you're going to make some more money and whatever, but you're going to get grooved and routined in that to where you're just going to jump up and down because you make more money, and that's it. You're just going to grow old. That's real. We're watching in front of ourselves, and as you get older and older, you see that that's really what it is. And the personal self, it's very difficult for it to become objective. And so I see over the years that I've really needed the views of others so that I can better understand myself, and the choices I make, etc. Yeah, it's helped me immensely in every single moment. Yeah, it helps me immensely. I don't have that know-it-all attitude anymore, to where you think you know something and, oh, I know what this is about. I know what the new presentation is and reasons are not. No, you don't. You don't know anything. And it's getting rid of that attitude. And it's being like the sun shining, carrying nothing because you are awareness. But that's a choice, you see? It's not that you stop thinking. No, that's not it. But you become objective about what you decide and what you're thinking and what you're doing and what makes sense while you're here. Again, the overall picture, and most people don't want to look at it, the planet's dying. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. And yeah, some days are nice. We go outside, it's sunshine and whatever. Doesn't mean things are stopping. We got just, the cars going every day all over the world, the ships, the cars, the boats, the planes. We got HARP. We got, dirty electricity through all our homes. We got Wi-Fi. That's not stopping. That's affecting everybody and giving them cancers and all kinds of stuff. So fortunately, there's a lot to do that's really cool to help others. And as we do, we become more aware and self-sufficient. That's the best part, instead of just spiritual. Okay. Yeah, that's really a dead note, isn't it? Okay. No, that was cool, Jeremy.